probably wondering, is it truly possible to become pregnant after having 8 fibroids removed? Well, I'm here to say yes, it is possible, and I'm here to share my story on how I got 8 fibroids removed before becoming pregnant. Hello, everyone. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I know it's been quite a while since I've made a new video. I believe maybe 2.5 months of being absent on YouTube and Instagram, but I have a really good reason on why I've been absent. And if you've been around lately, you might have seen that my husband and I have announced that I've fallen pregnant. Yes, yes, I am pregnant. We are expecting our first child in April of 2023, the approximate due date, of course. I'm just beyond excited. I had to take off those 2 months because my first trimester was very terrible. It was just so hard to focus on anything. I was on bed rest most of the time. I had really bad morning sickness with lots of vomiting and strong nausea all day. It was hard to keep food down. It was hard to just do anything. I was very ill. I even had an ER visit. I know you guys got to enjoy the rest of your summer, but I didn't get to, and it was for a good reason. God blessed us with a bundle of joy in the making. I will talk more about my first trimester symptoms later on in the video, so make sure you stick around for that side of what's been happening. But for right now, I want to talk about my story on how I did achieve pregnancy with having a myomectomy, which is fibroid removal. So a little bit of backstory. So I got my myomectomy done, or fibroid removal surgery done, almost a year ago. This was October 27th or 29th, whatever the date, but I know it was at the end of October of 2021. I was first told that I only had one fibroid the size of a golf ball a month prior, according to the ultrasound. So after I got the surgery done and everything, after I woke up after the procedure, my OBGYN / surgeon came into the room and everything, and he told me that he found 7 more smaller size fibroids, like the size of popcorn, that's been popped. So I'm actually really thankful God allowed me to go through this procedure. It was scary at first. I was very hesitant on getting it done. I've never had surgery. I've never had anesthesia, if I can pronounce that, where they put you to sleep. I was under anesthesia, whatever you say it. And I can see, reflecting back in the past, I'm glad I got it done. It really did help. So then I had to heal. It was a lot of pain, the worst pain I've ever felt. If you've had a myomectomy, you kind of know it's like almost like a C-section. There's layers of skin to get through. My recovery was 6 weeks, and it was on point. By my 6th week, I was able to walk again. I could function again. First 2 weeks was pretty tough. It was hard to drive. It was a little bit hard to eat. And then so after my surgery, my doctor ordered for me to have a Lupron depot shot. And I was on that for nearly 6 months. It was supposed to be 3 months, but my body, I guess, took longer to metabolize it out of my system. So starting in December of 2021, my symptoms of the Lupron shot kicked in. I had terrible hot flashes. I would have to step outside to cool off. I live here in Illinois, so thank goodness we get, snowy, cold winters. And I was able to cool off for a minute outside while it was snowing. I was burning up with hot flashes because Lupron, if you use it correctly for surgery, it puts your body into a menopausal state. And my doctor recommended this so that way my menstrual cycles would end, or stop, I should say, pause, not end, but they would be on pause so that way everything can heal, and also so that way the fibroids don't grow back with high levels of estrogen again. So the Lupron helped lower down my estrogen. So I was on the Lupron shot all the way until May of 2022, this year. I used to cry. I used to miss my cycles each month. I remember I used to just cry. It was just miserable. But I'm glad I got through it. Finally, over May, Mother's Day weekend, I'll just say Aunt Flo arrived. My cycle returned unexpectedly the weekend of Mother's Day of this year. Back in the spring, my husband planned for us to have a vacation for 1 week during the 4th of July weekend, or that week of the 4th of July. We planned to go to the Taste of Chicago, but the night before I was fine. And that morning I woke up, I did not feel like doing anything. I had a really bad sore throat and a really bad sinus infection. As an allergy sufferer, I get sinus infections, but never in the summer, ever in the summer. It was very strange. I just thought, okay, whatever. And then so we canceled going to the Taste of Chicago. So we decided to go to a nature park and then the botanical gardens of Chicago. But I was so sick. I could hardly walk. I was just tired and lethargic, and my throat was hurting, a really bad congested stuffy head. So we grabbed some dinner, we went home, and I took some allergy medicine, and I slept from like late afternoon to like 9 or 10 o'clock at night. When I woke up, it was like dark. I was expecting my cycle the week after. I had made a pie for, kind of late, but I still made a pie for my husband's grandmother for the 4th of July. And that was the pie that you probably saw in my last video I posted about feminism or something. The 7 Lives of Feminism. I was actually pregnant in that video. I didn't know. Monday, I shot that video. I made the pie. We dropped it off. Tuesday, I was expecting Aunt Flo to come. Nothing. Sometimes Aunt Flo plays tricks. With me, she does. She may be a day late. Okay. This has happened before, especially when you're TTCing, trying to conceive. I always get my cycles right on time. I'm like, okay, Aunt Flo is really playing a trick on me. So I told my husband on Wednesday, okay, I think either it's just delayed or I have a disease. So he was like, no, you don't have a disease. Let's just see what's going on. So I think that the next day, Thursday, I had a clear blue pregnancy test left over in my ovulation kit. My husband just encouraged me to take the test. And so I did. And so when I take a pregnancy test or anything, or like a ovulation test stick, I don't like seeing the results until it's ready. So I flipped it over on the sink counter. My alarm went off. It was 3 minutes later, and my husband picked it up and he started reading it. I guess he didn't know how to read a pregnancy test, so he was just staring at it, trying to figure out what plus means, or the line, or the negative. And I'm like, okay, see, I told you I have a disease. I grabbed it and I read it, and it said this. Hopefully that focuses. This is what it said. You guys can see that. It said positive. So we rushed over to a clinic that has walk-ins available, and we were seen within an hour, which, good thing that happened. And they did a pregnancy test again there, and they confirmed that, yes, I'm pregnant. And then I still wanted more confirmation because it was so hard to believe. So the next day, I took this ACG test from, I think, Walmart. It was like 98 cents, 97 cents or something. And it says positive again. For the remainder of our vacation time, I had a battle with that sinus infection. And I learned that, oh, that's why I had a sinus infection during vacation time. It's because when you're pregnant, I guess your body instantly starts to raise your levels of blood and mucus in the body. Having an allergy sufferer, that can create a sinus infection. I kind of had to put the two together, and yeah. Oh my goodness. I've never been so ill in my life, but yes, I had bad morning sickness, vomiting, retching, gagging. It was hard to keep food down, even water. So I had insomnia. It was hard to sleep at night. I had really bad, poor, comprehension, pregnancy brain. It was hard to concentrate. I was just nauseated all day. like strong nausea. Like I couldn't even like function, walk, anything. I had really strong food aversions. My husband had to do most of the cooking for himself. He had to do the homemaking. I missed out on my sewing projects I had planned, my baking I had planned. Homemaking went out the door. I had no care about cleaning, cooking. I could only stomach bread type foods like pizza, cheese sticks, burgers, like bready type foods, grilled cheese sandwiches. I am so done with grilled cheese sandwiches. I'm still holding this. I never want to see a grilled cheese sandwich again for a very long time. I didn't change my diet much, nothing different in my life. I just got the surgery done as recommended and things went from there. I hope my story will help and bless you on your journey of trying to conceive, if you're trying to conceive with having a myomectomy or fibroid surgery done. I can't be for sure it's gonna happen, but I can just tell you optimistically, it may happen. There's a high chance of it happening. So now I want to do some updates with you guys. I want to show you guys my bump that's currently growing and also some details on the gender. So this is currently my bump, 4 months, 14 weeks. And this is how it looks so far. Belly area has changed drastically. It's just not the same. It's very just rounder, as you can see. I'm not too big, but hopefully you guys can see that. Okay, so that was a quick bump date. Oh wow, I remember I used to sit and watch so many videos of my favorite YouTubers and Instagrammers share their bump dates. Now I wonder, when it's be my turn? So about the gender, you may be wondering, is it a boy or girl? My husband and I are planning to do a gender reveal party at the end of October. I'm so excited for this. After that is done, I'm going to be filming it and I will post it. I'll give you a hint, just one hint. There's a 50% chance it's going to be a boy or a 50% chance it's going to be a girl. I do have other videos on my journey of having my fibroid surgery. I'll link them below in the video description box. Until next time, bye guys.